Hey guys, it's B. Welcome back to my channel. So I only have a few days left and then the kids are off for like a month for Easter. So I thought I would, the early part of this week, do a couple of videos so that I can drip feed them onto the channel. First of all, I have a collective beauty haul and oh my god, there's a lot, but you know me, I will do like a load of shopping in a cluster and then leave it for a bit, and this stuff's been built up over like the last month and I have kept it to one side and not really used it because I hadn't got around to filming it for you. So I thought I'd do that first and then I'm going to do an empties because I have the most massive pile of empties and there's some good stuff there, and you'll see the stuff that I rebuy because you'll see some of it in this haul. So you know, it's more of a beauty producty kind of cluster of videos. And then I'm going to film Be Real because I just wanted to have a chit chat about the changing season and kind of my approach, getting new things for spring and mixing them in with what I've got and that kind of thing, and handbag chit chat and other topics. So let's do this one first. So first of all, I'm going to just share with you a few items that are like staples or hero products that I will buy over and over again, and I ran out and had to replace them. So the first one is a skincare item and it is the Good Genes serum. So I've got my old one here to show you, which still has about a quarter of it left. So I love this Sunday Riley serum. It's the only thing I really have to have at all times in my kind of daily skincare from Sunday Riley. I do sometimes like the Luna oil, which is like a retinol oil for nighttime, but at the moment I have some other stuff with retinol in that I'm enjoying. But this is like an exfoliating, brightening, clarifying serum, and I really have enjoyed the old version, which is the lactic acid treatment, which I think you can still get if you live in the US. Side note, and the reason why I thought I would talk about this a little bit is that there are different rules in the UK/EU than there are in the States about ingredient concentrations and things that you can, you know, buy over the counter. For some reason, the amount of lactic acid in this product or the pH that it's being delivered at wasn't allowed here, and so they reformulated the product to be a glycolic serum. And when I heard that they were changing this from this to this, I was a bit like, you know, when they mess with something that you really like. And then I waited a while and read some reviews, and in particular Caroline Hyron says that she finds it not irritating, just as effective. So I went for it and bought the new one. So as I say, the old one, you'd have to order it in the States and get a friend to ship it to you or something if you really preferred lactic acid for your skin. For me, I'm fine with glycolic. So it's like an exfoliating daily serum, and I was going to switch and try one of the Drunk Elephant ones, but I just decided to stick with what I know. So you can see it's just slightly different labeling. There you go, there it is. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to using that. I tend to use like 1 or 2 pumps every other day, and on the other days I use a vitamin C serum. Okay, and also in terms of acid, I've found that this is the best for me and it's really affordable. So this is a Glossier product. It is their solution. This is a daily exfoliating, I guess I'm doing this, toner. And I really like the packaging. It's pink and pearly and lovely, and more importantly, it's got one of these where you just press the pad down and it doesn't spray everywhere. This is 10% AHA, BHA and PHA, and I feel for a daily kind of swipe over, this is enough. I don't really do these two together. If I'm going to use this serum, I would probably use more of a soothing toner. You know, I just try to mix it up. But I really like this. I feel like this is a bit more exfoliating and a bit more active than the Pixi, which is 5% glycolic. So I feel like if you want something that's a bit of a step up from that, try this one, and it's fairly inexpensive. It's about £15, and this is my third one. And with me and the amount of skincare and stuff that I have, if I'm using it up, you know it's good. So that's the skincare, and the rest of these kind of eye things that I just have to have. And I've kept the packaging because it's nice to show you. So this is from Benefit, and it is the Ooh La Lift, and I've talked about this before. It's not a concealer, it is a under eye brightener, and mine is like really near. I've got a tiny bit left, so it's not going to be in my empties, but enough that I was like, oh, I need to get a backup. So it's just got this kind of pinky tone, and it really brightens up this area if you don't want to look crepey or you've got loads of layers of makeup. It is really nice, and I can't really be without that. And then my kind of everyday basic mascara, I kind of go between the Glossier one, but the only thing about the Glossier one is I feel like it dries out and doesn't last that long. But this is the Bobbi Brown Intensifying Longwear, and I think a lot of people have commented that they don't like this when I've shown it because the brush is really tiny, but I feel like that enables me to get right into the roots. And the main thing I like about this, you can build up the volume and the length, but the main thing is this is the most non-smudgy mascara I've ever tried. Like, you can come in late and be a bit tipsy or tired and just go to bed with like your makeup on. I don't recommend that, but you know, I have done that before and I have no smudging under here, even having slept in this mascara, so it's all good. And then this, where's the other one? Oh, no, here it is. Okay, so Estee Lauder do two like lash primers. The classic one is the Lash Primer, the Lash Primer Plus, which is a treatment formula. So this is like conditioning and everything. If you're someone like me that often has like semi-permanent lash extensions put on and you might lose a few and you want to encourage the growth and stuff, this is like a white base. If you put this under your mascara, it gives a bit of a boost and a bit more volume, like a, you know, to the mascara you put on. I often put it on my brows, especially on this outer area, and it has thickened them up. But what I really like for like non-makeup-y days and stuff, I missed having the little black primer. It's not, I find it to be more dark grey than black, but it's on a little curved brush, and it is like a very natural coat of mascara. Or you can, for something like this that doesn't have a huge amount of volume, if you use the two together, it amplifies. You can use it, as I said, underneath the mascara, or you can put it over your favourite mascara. If you have a mascara that you really love, but it smudges or it's not waterproof, if you put this on, it's like putting a raincoat on over your mascara. So I find having both of these really good. Okay, and next thing is another rebuy of something that I have all the time. And I picked up another Laura Geller Balance and Brighten. You'll see its friend over there in the empties, even though it's not empty. I don't know what happened, but the last one that I got, it came out quite dark. You'll see when I show you this, they are like lots of colours of cream makeup swirled together and baked on a tile. So because it's quite swirly like that, the one that I had previously had a lot more of the darker colours, and it almost looked like I put bronzer all over my face, and that's not really what I wanted. So I ordered another one in Fair, which is the colour that I am. They've expanded the colours now. So Laura Geller is a New York like makeup artist lady, and I don't really buy any of the other products in her range. I didn't fall in love with anything else, but this Balance and Brighten foundation is a powder that behaves a bit like minerals. You buff it on with a retractable brush that kind of comes with it, which I went for the cheaper option without the brush this time, so I have loads of them. Excuse me. Oh, I should have got tissues. But it doesn't behave like powder. It really melds with your skin, and the best thing for me is if I have blemishes, it really, really covers. Like, I should have used it. Like, I got a scar from a spot there, and it clings to the skin and blends and makes things literally invisible more than any other like liquid concealer that I've tried. Or when you want to just buff makeup on even without like a mirror, it's really good. It doesn't look cakey or too powdery, but it's just so quick to do, and you buff it and swirl it on and really kind of buff it into the skin, and it will almost look like this, like there's a bit of shine. It never makes you look flat. So I don't use it all the time, but I just like to have it in my arsenal. Okay, and then these are some things that I haven't had before. One is a Beauty Pie product. You know, I've talked about this quite a bit lately, that I joined Beauty Pie to try the skincare. My overall feeling is that I really, really love most of the skincare that I've tried. The makeup, the packaging and the formula is okay, but it's not like amazing. Like this, I don't know if you can hear that. It's almost like the packaging's a bit loose. The lids don't necessarily fit that great. I've got this eyebrow pencil, I've lost the lid to that, and the packaging in that just feels cheap, but that's not reflected in the skincare. So you know, you might disagree with me, but that's how I feel. But I wanted to try one of these. I like these kind of chubby crayons that are just hydrating, and this one is a special edition or something. What's the name of the colour? Sugar Roller. It's a shimmery light pink, and I think it was like a charity thing or something. I can't remember why I decided to pick that up, but it's just nice. Little pinky, nudie kind of colour. Okay, a brush. I hardly ever buy brushes now. I'm kind of set, but I do like kabukis because you can put them in your makeup bag and they don't like a mess everywhere. My Chanel one, you know, the Le Beige brush that came out a while ago, a couple of years ago with the Le Beige powder. That wasn't very well made and it all kept coming apart inside and I had to super glue it, and so I don't use it very much. And I just thought this was pretty and nice for all powder products on the face when I'm on the go. So I got the Dior, it's the number 17, the Kabuki, and it feels really nicely made and it's very soft and it's not as densely packed as the Chanel one. Like it can spread out if you want to do blush, powder a little bit, bronze. So I just thought that was a nice thing to have in my handbag. Next is something I've actually never had. I like most of the box powders from Benefit. This is Dallas, and what I like is it's that neutral, bronzy, slightly browny pink. And I went to the counter and tried a few of them, and I just really liked this one. That's pretty true to colour actually. So it's not as orange as like Hoola. It's quite soft, so I could use it as a blush or take it more kind of here and use it almost like a bronze. It's just a nice natural tone. You can't really see that in this crappy light. I always end up, when I film in here, I always end up like shutting the curtains and using a ring light. And that's why people always say to me, oh B, you did this makeup and you forgot to do this makeup. No, idiots. That sounds a bit harsh, but there's obviously light hitting that side of me. But yeah, I like these, and I have the Rocketeur, which is lovely, like rose gold, but it's quite pink, and I just like that kind of muddy, earthy, natural look. It almost looks like you've been out and caught the sun. I quite like that, so I fancied getting one of those. Then everything else is like new collection stuff, which is a bit more exciting to show you. Glossier, you know how much I love that brand. It's all very natural, millennial, just nice, clear skin, and then you don't need much makeup, so there's a very sheer skin tint, which I like, which you can just whack on with your fingers. Lots of like sticks and cream products for the cheeks, and these kind of solid, balmy lipsticks that are quite translucent. But they've launched like a side range called Glossier Play, and they are glitters and bolder things like light lip vinyls and stuff, and I was just curious. I don't really do glitters unless like I'm going to a festival or it's New Year's Eve, you know, I'm a bit old for that, but I did get two things. So I got a Colour Slide excuse me, Techno Gel eye pencil in Brack, which is like a brownish black, because sometimes black's a bit harsh. Now, I think some people have complained about the amount of packaging. They are in these like foil things inside the box, which is an extra load of packaging, and I don't know if that is a reference to like condom packets or what it is, because it's like play. I don't know, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, but I keep hearing people say that this is a very smooth gel-like pencil, but it really lasts, and I'm all about finding the perfect eyeliner. So yeah, it is really buttery, smooth to apply, and it's just a bit softer. It's not a bright brown. I don't like it when browns are too camely or too red, you know, around the eye, but this is like almost like a smoky mink kind of, so it's like a bit grey, a bit brown, a bit black, and I'm looking forward to trying that and seeing if I can even get away with it in my waterline. Quite basic packaging, but they weren't expensive, and you have to sharpen it. It's not a twist up one, which is a little bit And then I got a lip colour, because I would say in the last year or so I'm obsessed with lipstick. You know, we all did the matte lip thing, and I'm kind of over that, and I'm kind of more back to normal lipsticks, although I'm about to show you two matte lipsticks that are matte, but they're lovely, comfy mattes. So this is this lip, again, this is tear off this foil thing. But I just intrigued about this, and the packaging reminds me of, I don't think they even make them anymore. YSL used to make a thing that was for the lips, and it was like the same click kind of thing as the Touche Éclat, and this is similar. This is called Blow Up, the colour. So it's the most, again, like if there's a lipstick range, I'm not going to buy the red, I'm not going to buy the hot pink. You know, I've got like 1 or 2 reds, which I will use occasionally at night. but I choose the nudie or the pinky ones that are kind of more natural, because that's what I feel is more flattering on me. So this is the High Shine Lip Lacquer. So it kind of, oh, it's been oozing out by itself. It comes out like lots of little holes in a felt kind of fabric tip thing. It's quite, yeah, it is quite vinyl-y, it's quite shiny, and it's full opacity, but it's nice. I have tried this once and I kind of like put a tiny bit over balm so that it didn't look so, I don't like that full plasticky look, if you know what I mean. I'm probably rambling, but I just wanted to try it and it wasn't particularly expensive. So, you know, I will refer back to this in future videos when I've worn it a couple of times and let you know like how it wears. Does it last? Does it sort of dry up, or, you know, but yeah, I'm quite keen to try that. And then 2 more collections and we're done. So MAC came out with this Boom Boom Bloom or something. It doesn't actually say on here. And I just got 2 things. It was a collection that's all featuring like spring, like Japanesey kind of blossom design for spring. So I got the eye palette. And you know me, I tend to do one colour on the eye. And I used to buy, like we all did, there was a time when everyone on YouTube was like all about the Urban Decay Naked palettes, and you had to get every palette that came out, and it was like collecting. I soon got over that because I wasn't really using them. I just liked looking at them, and I'd use like 1 or 2 colours. But having said that, I like these mini ones. Look at this. I'm thinking now about, we're going into the time of year when I'm going to travel more, and I like small makeup that, you know, and just have a few things. So I just also, with eye palettes, often there's a lot of the palette that I know I won't wear. Whereas, so if I see one and I love all the colours, I'm all over it. And this has got 9 really tiny eyeshadows in, which is right up my street. So you've got 3 mattes down the middle, and then the rest are like slightly frosty, shimmery. They're all quite nude. This one's kind of like a coppery rosy. You've got a warm brown. So you could do that warm look, but it's quite soft. And I've tried them and they blend really nice, they go really nice. And I mean, some people would complain about the amount in each pan, but I just never get to the bottom of makeup anyway, so it doesn't bother me. So I thought this was the most wearable, useful thing in the collection. Then there were lip glasses. I don't really like lip gloss or lip glasses particularly. There were lipsticks. I got 2 of them because I just couldn't decide which one I wanted. They're very similar. These are, what are the formula? Just matte lipstick, but they don't feel too drying. I put balm on before I start doing my makeup anyway, and then I'm going to press them on, and I don't really go over and get that solid matte look, but they're very nice and bright and fresh for summer. I need to get away from, you know, I'm very obsessed with the whole nude thing and it gets a bit boring. So I got 2. I got the, which is which? Oh, the pinky matte that I got is called High Fructise. The packaging, look, the packaging is so nice. So the bullet is like pearly, and then it's got all the little blossoms, and then the metal is pink. So I got this one, which is like a soft pink. I really like this. There's a slight tone of neoniness, but it's not mad like Candy Yum Yum or something that's there. This light is so crap, I do apologise. And then the other one is slightly more peachy or slightly corallier, and that is Wagasa Twirl. Oh no, hang on a minute. That was the more corally one. They're both basically pink and they're both almost the same. And I'm quite stupid, but that's that one. And that's there. So that is a little bit more blue based. Let me try and improve this whole sitch a minute. A bit brighter. Yeah, there you go. That's a slightly more corally. That one's slightly more of a mauvey based pink. It's very similar to, I'll just open up this drawer. I love my Luster lipstick in Lovelorn, and I think it's going to be very similar to Lovelorn. Yeah, it's just even more a bit. That's the Wagasa, that's Lovelorn. I really probably didn't need that one, but ho hey. When you order online, you just got to take a punt, haven't you, on the colourways. Right, and then last of all, I did a NARS haul and it arrived today, which is why I was ready to then do this video. And I would say that I'm not really a NARS girl. There's just a few things I like. I really like the Audacious lipsticks. Now, I've got in terms of the most of one thing, the thing that I kind of buy and just pick up wherever I am, I'm looking in here and I've probably got like 40 lipsticks or lip products, which is quite excessive. And one formula I like is the Audacious lipsticks, and they just feel really cushiony and really nice. And I've had 2 or 3, but when I have something and it gets to be like 2 years old, especially a cream, even if it seems okay, I tend to kind of get rid of it. So recently, in my last clear out, I had thrown out Brigitte and Barbara, I think, which were kind of nudie, pinky ones. So I wanted to get another one. And there's this limited collection. I think he must be a famous makeup artist, Connor Tingley, or an artist. And I just got 2 things from that collection. So I got one of the Audacious lipsticks. There were 4, and the other ones were all really quite bold. This one is Carrera, and as I said, it is the most kind of low-key one, and I'm wearing it now. It's slightly, looking here, it's quite brown. I really, really love, and that is getting quite old now, so I've been kind of always hunting for his replacement. You know how much I love this little lipstick from Victoria Beckham that they did in the first like release and it didn't come back, whereas the red did. And this is Brazilian Nudes. It's a nude that is unashamedly like a terracotta or quite browny kind of colour. It hasn't got a lot of pink in it at all. It's so flattering on, and I've been hunting around for its replacement. So that's that there. You see, it's quite like, it's like a cream bronzer almost. And I wouldn't have thought that'd be flattering me, but whenever I wear it, people are like, oh, your lips look great. Especially if you do all bronzy tones, just no blusher, bronzer, that lip, it just looks really good. And this I thought was quite similar, but it's almost a bit redder or a bit more brown. And that one is there, but you can see on me it looks quite natural. So I really like those tones, and it's just the most buttery, luxurious lipstick. The packaging is really edgy and weird and nice. It's got illustrations all the way around, and they have this nice kind of like magnet vibe. So I'm really happy with that. I will get a lot of wear out of that. And then I got an eye palette. So along with the MAC, 2 eyeshadow palettes for me in like a month is unheard of, seriously, because I usually buy like 1 a year because I don't really even wear eyeshadow. Oh my god, look at this pile of cardboard. It is ridiculous. Okay, and again, very edgy, slightly weird illustration on there, but I like that. And I like eye palettes that are small. You won't find me buying like a Morphe or any of these huge palettes that look like an iPad. Never, because I haven't got a lot of storage, and I'm getting more and more minimal as I get older with all my stuff. I just feel bogged down by it, so I just want things that I really like. But check this out. There are 6 slightly shimmery eyeshadows in here that are like a wash of colour, and you will see they're not cool toned in that some of these are quite bronzy or slightly pinky, but it's just a cooler, calmer vibe. A lot of eye palettes around at the moment, like if you look at this one, the trend seems to be for quite a lot of heat, quite a lot of terracotta, bronzy, rose gold, cranberry shades, and I've got plenty of that. And these are just like, this is almost like a lavendery light navy, and I think just one of these as a wash, because they're shimmery, is a quick look. I'm not gonna, a lot of people have critiqued this palette and said, oh, but all of these 5 apart from that one are too samey, but I would just do one anyway and maybe take something dark there. Like I don't do like whole mega eye looks, so I really just, it just spoke to me and I just ordered it straight away. So there's that one. Then this is something I've already got. I've got it in, the way my makeup is, I've got this vanity with a big drawer and all my makeup's in there, and then I have a kind of a Henry Bendel like hat box thing, and I put off-season stuff in there. So I tend to stick to the peachy, corally vibes in summer. So things like this at the end of last summer I put away in there, and I went through it the other day to get ready for spring, and I just decided to do a bit of a clear out. And this product, I really wore it so much. I love tinted Barely There, like balms and things like that. For, you know, I don't always wear, I buy all these lipsticks, but I don't wear them like every single day, all day. I like just something that gives a bit of hydration and a bit of colour. And this one, I put it in the car quite a lot, and it went a bit melty, and so it went funky. So I threw it out and I replaced it. So it is part of the Orgasm range, and it is, oh my lord, I cannot read that. Where's the box that I just chucked over here? Afterglow lip balm. Now, they only came in this colour last year. Now, if you look on the NARS website, there's a pinkier one, there's a mauvey one, there's a really orangey one that would look great with a tan. But I just thought stick to the one that I enjoyed, which is the original, the Orgasm. And it has got that kind of pink, corally pink shot through with gold like the blush. And it is very sheer, but it is enough that it makes your mouth look pretty. Like if I wear this, my husband always says, oh, your lips look nice. And it's not even like a full-on lipstick. He doesn't like deep or dark lipsticks. It's just there, but it just makes you look nice. It's not too shimmery, it's shimmery enough. So I got that. And then last of all, I got this little Little Fetishes Orgasm set. I love, they do a few different ones. And the pot is so nice. I'm gonna use it to like store some stuff in. I don't know what, hair clips or something, I don't know. And inside were two little minis. And again, last year I had this Orgasm satin lipstick and I can't find it. So I just decided to replace it with the mini size because I never use anything up anyway. It'd be good for small bags and little tiny makeup pouches and stuff. And this is really one of my all-time favourite lipsticks. So it's like the balm, but it's just got obviously a lot more pigment. It's a proper lipstick. So there's the balm, excuse all the swatches, and there's the lipstick. Excuse my gammy nail that fell off that I trapped in a door. And then it did come with a tiny Orgasm. I have a love-hate relationship with this, the original blush. Sometimes when I put it on, unless I'm really tanned and I'm careful where I place it, it is very shimmery, and the tone of the pink and the shimmer, I know people say it's universally flattering, but I don't really like it on me. But I thought I would just get the small one and just play with it. I think when I'm tan and I'm using a lot of bronzy colours, it will come into its own. So that's it. That's everything. Which is enough. And I need to go and wash my hand. But yeah, that's the stuff I got. Doesn't look a lot now that it's out of its packaging. But I really wanted to refresh my makeup collection. I'd got really bored. As you know, I have my vanity and I have my makeup in it, and then I tend to every week or two put everything I need to do a face of makeup in this bag so that I don't have to think. I just tip this out and just do my makeup, and I really wanted to refresh that. So now that I've shared everything with you, I can. And I'm going to go now and blow my nose and have a drink of water, and then I'll be right back to film those empties. See you soon.